Welcome back to the Awkward Tapes. Today we are sponsored by Exit Signs. We feel that, come on now. Could you really get out of a building if it weren't for exit signs?
No.
Truly.
I'd be lost.
I don't.
I wouldn't be able to do anything.
I don't know what I do, honestly.
Oh, there's a fire. Where do I go? I don't know. There's no exit. Not through that door.
It's not that there's like a big door that leads outside.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the exit.
Like the door we came in from.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nowhere to tell.
Not to mention in movie theaters. I mean, I wouldn't know where to go.
Oh, just
So dark
perpetual
in there.
movie watching.
Exactly.
Why don't they have enter signs?
Yeah. How am I supposed to know where to enter?
But we are
right.
sponsored by Exit Signs today. Maybe
That
Enter
ain't
Signs for the
Yeah,
next
let's
day.
not get to Presley thoughts just yet.
Yeah, just yet.
I get so confused on how to enter a building because there's no entrance.
Is
It's
it push?
tough.
Is it pull?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, they need to push or pull signs. You know how many times I go in and I push in a door and it's pull and I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Well, you
feel
gotta-
like such an idiot when that happens.
You got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. And when you get it wrong,
Dang it. And you feel like such an idiot, even though everyone's done it at some point.
No, the worst is like whenever you see like a big group of people and like you're trying to like exit or enter a building and they see you struggling with it and you're just like, why won't it go? And then like you're like, it's a pool.
all right, guys, so you may be hearing a new voice. We have our friend Cooper on today.
Yeah.
Cooper has,
Hey, round of applause.
Cooper,
Clap for yourself, my guy.
Cooper is a ginger and a redhead.
What it
And
do?
he's
He
been
is.
some of our friends for a while now. Cooper, you wanna take us off? You know what to say?
Welcome to the Awkward Tapes and prepare yourself for a session of awkwardness.
All right, kick us off, Presley.
All right, time for my favorite segment.
yeah, my favorite segment too. Presley thoughts. We're gonna have a guest thought today from Cooper, but we're gonna save that best for last.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 7 thoughts total. So,
But what if it's not the best?
it's the best.
Okay. All
He's
right.
told me ahead of time.
By the way, Leighton is here, but he's working on the audio. Leighton, pop in.
Well, yeah,
in
pop
real
your
quick.
head in.
Yeah, Leighton volunteered to just do the audio today, so Cooper could be on. But Leighton is here.
Really?
What a king.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
Leighton's our utility man. He
Yep.
just does everything.
Yeah.
But alrighty.
We're not perfectly set up for guests yet.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into this, man. I'm ready. I got
right.
coffee in me. I'm ready for this.
lots of energy.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1.
If humans have different blood types, does that mean mosquitoes have different blood type preferences, and do they view us as flavors?
Oh,
That's
I like
actually
that.
very
Wait,
interesting.
so
That's fascinating.
is that kind of like whenever, like, for us guys, obviously, like, we want to date girls, and then, like, girls want to date guys. So is that like, oh, so, like, what's your type?
well,
Yeah, what's your type of,
See,
I guess,
I
of blood?
suppose.
at least for me, my type doesn't go off which one I like tasting more. So I don't think that's really a
Shmev is a big
All
one.
right.
Okay, but
I don't think that's a good example.
I think in terms of
All right, hold on. I can just.
of preferences, though.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what he's saying.
Yeah.
I do,
okay.
but I don't think that was a great example for that.
It's not,
It's
but
an example.
I think that was great, and I wish the camera could see how much Leighton just cringed at that thought. That was great. Man, I wish we could have gotten that on video. Like,
Man.
hey, Jamie. Oh my gosh, we have a Jamie. I
We
just
do have a
realized that.
Jamie.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool.
Also, according to the internet, so you know it's true, one study found that mosquitoes prefer people with type O blood nearly twice as much as those with type A blood.
Really?
What did they
like-
do? Ask them?
I don't know, but it came up. Oh, apparently it's according to Pfizer. People know that the vaccine people.
Yeah.
They smell the blood.
I could see it, but here's the thing, though. Like with mosquitoes, not even just mosquitoes, but isn't like O negative blood type the rarest?
Yeah, it's
Like
Yeah.
these mosquitoes be having some fine taste. You know what I mean?
That's like
Yeah,
money.
money.
That's
bro.
like the
Preferences.
filet mignon of
blood,
steak.
yeah.
Blood.
It's like the wagyu
Yeah, they're like,
of
well, aren't they also like the universal donor? Isn't that the thing? Like
The what?
The universal
Oh,
donor,
that's-
the universal giver, to where like when you donate blood, is Is it O negative or
Yeah.
O positive?
No, it's O negative.
Yeah,
That
O
works with
negative. You
all.
can give to any single blood
Yeah.
type, and
Yeah,
then
that's right.
like AB positive or whatever it is. That's like the universal. You can get
Fascinating.
anything.
I have
Okay.
no idea what blood type I am.
Me neither.
I don't think I do either.
I don't know. I'm A something.
I'm red.
So basically, if I need a blood transfusion, I'm screwed.
Your blood?
Well, keep it in your iPhone medical ID.
Well, he has to know what it is first.
Oh, do you know what that is? Have
No.
you never heard of that?
Yes,
So
actually.
iPhone does this thing, and it's an app on your phone, and it's called like your health. I think it might be your health app, but you can put like all your medical information. So if someone finds your phone in a car crash and you're like unconscious, and they think, oh, maybe they updated this, which I probably never happens, but you can actually like see what your blood type is and like where you live, your emergency contacts. Oh, Evan.
Doesn't that assume that you know how to get into their phone? Like, is it one of those to where like, no, you have your like you pick up their phone, it's like a phone that has like the Face ID or whatever, and you just go over like the dead or unconscious person. It's like, wait, let me wait, hold on. Let me
me
get
your
your face.
face.
Okay, there we go.
Give me
I
your
got it.
face.
Question: if somebody is like unconscious in the car wreck, it had to have been a terrible car wreck. How do we know the phone's going to still be working?
That's
fair. I don't know the point of it. I probably shouldn't have updated. Now iPhone knows some things that they don't need to know.
Well,
about me, but-
supposedly it just stays local to the phone itself. But anyway.
I doubt that.
Interesting. Anyways, I just thought
Anyway,
that was
yeah.
interesting.
But no, I really
Blood.
liked that Presley thought though. That
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
that
an
was a good one.
interesting one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow, it was only first
Thought
one.
that'd be fun. Yeah, we're only one in.
Yeah.
Number 2. You don't make brownies. You make one big brownie and cut it up into smaller pieces.
You are not
I
wrong.
hate
No,
that.
yeah, you make.
I hate that.
Yeah, I guess
you hate that, I'm right?
Wait. So with like a brownie skillet from Chile, I don't know who serves brownie skillets.
Brownie skillet?
But like, yeah,
from like
he-
BJ's or whatever, right? Aren't they the ones that do it?
So would that just be considered a brownie?
I don't know. That's a big old brownie, Bubba.
But Presley's logic, it's not cut up. It's just one thing, so it's a brownie.
Oh, it's not logical.
So I have a Presley thought for your Presley thought. Does that mean that all brownies are casseroles? Is it like a sweet casserole?
It's like a Southern
Wait.
Thanksgiving up in here.
Maybe not all brownies, but a lot of different brownies. Does that
Wait.
make them a casserole?
Is a pan of brownies a casserole?
No.
It's a brownie casserole.
No, it's
a chocolate-
definitely
It's
not.
a chocolate
It's a brownie
casserole.
casserole.
Why is it not a casserole?
It's in a pan.
Because, well, then is a cake a casserole?
Is
technically.
lasagna spaghetti flavored cake?
So are
And there it
so
is.
are all things that come in pans casseroles? So like, if you put a salad in a pan, does that make a salad a casserole?
You don't cook
Oh.
a salad.
I mean, hey, not the
Some
way you do,
casseroles.
but I like my salad extra crispy.
Ew.
Wait, your salad gets crispy when you put it in the oven? What are you putting in your salad?
Fruit
Well,
salad.
bacon?
Evan, contradictory to you,
Schmev.
Schmev. Sorry,
Sorry. I
I'm
want
used
them
to
to get
calling him
confused.
Evan, and,
I make things so much more difficult.
No, that's
But,
not.
so-
Okay.
but technically you can cook a salad, pasta salad. You have to cook the pasta.
Okay, yes.
Boom.
But
Boom.
not salad. But here's my question. It's like, you got pizza that's just made into this pie, as they call it, and then they cut it like you would a brownie. And you have cake, it's just a circle or square or whatever, and then you cut that, slice of cake, slice of pizza. No one says slice of brownie. Why don't we do that?
That's a good question.
That's a
Oh,
good
also, going back on the casserole thing, you put pizza on a pan. Does that make pizza a casserole? Because you said anything that comes in a pan is a casserole.
that's cooked on a pan, not in a casserole dish.
Is it the dish that makes it?
But there's not like a certain thing just called a casserole dish. Y'all said pan.
But
Y'all said pan.
We did
okay,
say
yeah,
pan.
fair.
You said
know.
pan.
I'm
Confusing
lost at
myself.
this point.
I thought I understood
I think this is a lost cause. We need to move on.
Number 3. Phobias are basically mind allergies.
What?
Whoa.
Phobias, like fears, phobias are basically mind allergies.
Explain.
Well,
I don't get that
you
one.
put you put Leighton in front of a shark, he freaks out. You put me in front of a shark,
But
I'll freak out too, but not as much
But-
because I don't have that already built-in fear of them.
but you're not. But you're not getting sick from a phobia. You get sick from allergies.
Oh, you mean like, but you get sick to like your stomach or whatever?
Yeah, like your body
Yeah.
starts reacting
I
negatively.
mean, yeah, that's fair. The shark thing may not be a great example.
No,
but
that was a bad example.
yeah, because if I see a shark coming at me, I'm just praying.
If I'm just in front of a great white shark and it's coming at me, I'm just kind of neutral. I'm laying back in my.
I'm just
my
like,
little
If I see a
floaty.
shark
Hey.
coming towards me, I'm about to dap that thing up and be like, "Yo, how you doing?"
dap that
dap
thing
your
up.
yeah, I'm
head
just
up.
gonna see a shark come towards
Okay.
me and
If-
just be like, "Oh, I don't have that phobia."
I did technically swim towards the shark once. So.
I swam with a shark.
Really?
Yeah,
Ew.
I was in Mexico.
No.
Oh, I was in
Dude.
Mexico too.
Oh,
Never mind, yeah.
sweet!
Nice.
It was
wow.
fun. Sharks are like really rough.
What? Oh, you mean like the texture of their skin?
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
Sandpaper.
Seriously?
Yeah, that would make
That's
sense.
like the closest. That's the closest like comparison I can make is to sandpaper.
Okay,
Really?
I have a better example. A snake in a cage won't freak me out because I know it's in a cage, but a snake in a cage would freak Leighton out. Just
Okay,
because
that's fair.
it exists.
Yep. That's fair.
Mind allergy.
Mind allergies.
Oh, I'll take it or leave it.
So can you take like an Allegra or something to help with your mind allergies?
With your phobias.
Dude, could you imagine?
Well, I guess there are certain drugs for that, so I guess you can.
Imagine like if scientists used the placebo effect and like a bunch of doctors got on board with it and told people, "Hey, this pill will cure your phobia,"
Oh, I would love to see.
and then
that.
see how they react to things after that.
I
That would
would
be
l-
so
Dude,
interesting.
I would love.
Okay, science, you need to do this.
I guarantee science.
Science.
Zach,
I guarantee.
Yeah.
you and I need to do that.
Okay. Me and you are gonna create a pill that's gonna cure Leighton's phobia of snakes
We're gonna
and sharks.
become billionaires.
Little does Leighton know, it's purely just crack cocaine.
Oh, that,
Can you
that may
make
help with
cocaine into
something,
a
but
pill?
I don't know. I don't want to find out, to be honest.
What's the next one, Process?
Oh, now he's getting
Yeah,
ideas about something. All right.
Moving on.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Rhinos are just fat unicorns.
Well,
wait, I want to hear Zach's opinion on this just from his face.
Don't.
Rhinos are not magical. I don't like it. I'm good.
okay.
No.
What about a rhino isn't magical?
It kills people.
So can unicorns.
You don't know that.
Okay.
They don't exist.
Tell that to Ireland. Isn't that like their national animal?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Everything can kill you.
Yep.
Technically, you can trip on the sidewalk, hit your head wrong, and die.
Literally everything in this world can kill you.
If I get killed by a unicorn, I mean, hey. I mean, good riddance to me,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know what to do.
What
While
a way
we're
to go out.
While we're
rainbow.
on the unicorn thing, y'all may have talked about it before, but I have always like thought, which is more believable, a giraffe or a unicorn? Okay,
Unicorn.
so unicorn, it's a horse with a horn. A giraffe, that thing's got a 40-foot neck. Like it's a horse with a 40-foot
It
neck.
exists. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like-
so you're like, which is more believable?
Why is a giraffe more believable than a unicorn? Like, why are there not unicorns?
Like, here's a 40-foot tall, like, zebra dolphin thing. What? I don't know.
I have.
As
Yeah,
opposed to a horse with a horse.
Yeah, you guys couldn't see
Zebra
Leighton's
dolphin.
face, but if you could, just know I agree
This
with
is
Leighton.
great. This is filmed in front of a live audience, apparently.
Cooper, I don't know if we've talked about that before, but I've heard that somewhere.
I mean, I've seen it before, but like ever since it was years ago, but like I think about that sometimes. Like just
okay.
like
I think we got our new
why
Presley
don't
thought.
why don't we
Yeah.
have unicorns? I don't know either.
I
God,
can't-
you need to create unicorns.
I can't back this up with anything, but someone once told me unicorns are in the Bible.
What?
I think that
Probably
depends
in
on your-
Revelation or
They
something.
showed me the verse, and I was like, "Okay,
What?
I can't."
You're
Tell
talking about
I
where,
can't tell you
like,
when or
Jesus
where, but
rides in on a white horse?
Leighton,
No,
can you
something else.
do some research real quick and look that
Hey,
up?
hey,
Jamie, could you,
throw that on screen? real
If you're
quick so we
confused
can stare
listening,
at
that's
it?
in reference to Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we love that. He just always gets so quiet every single time. He's like, "Yeah, Dave Chappelle, I do feel that way." Jamie, can you throw up a little bit of John's menu real quick for us?
While he's doing that, along with the other animals, number 5 is the majority of human existence has lived without knowing penguins existed?
Huh?
What?
The majority of human existence, throughout the span of human existence, the majority of people who have ever lived have lived without knowing penguins existed.
I don't think
that's true.
at all.
No.
So you're telling me Native Americans knew penguins existed?
Yeah, they could have.
Well,
Okay, but that's
But
not the
how?
majority of
By seeing
people.
them?
Out of like, if we were to assume that in all of existence there was an average of 7 billion people alive at a time, the Native Americans at the time that you're probably referring to only makes up like a few million.
Well, there weren't that many people at the time.
Yeah, there were not.
how do you know?
Okay,
But
well,
how
like,
do we,
like
there were not
assuming.
7 billion people on Earth.
Oh, well, I mean, like just assuming throughout time. That's what it is like right now.
And that's what it is now, but that's not.
Okay, but 3 billion. Let's just cut it in half.
All right,
Okay.
I think
Oh,
Leighton
Leighton has
has-
something.
I
And
think
then I
Jamie
want to.
has something for us.
Jamie
here.
has
All
something.
right, then
for
after
us.
Jamie has something for us, I want to come back to this
Oh
thought.
my! 8 times unicorns were mentioned in the Bible.
What
Wait,
in
what?
the world?
8 times? I just read through the
8?
Bible. Where is it 8 times? Man, I need to reread.
Obviously, I am
okay.
not getting
well,
the message
yeah,
here.
That
You're not getting the message. It's like, moral of the story, Jesus made a unicorn.
Yeah,
That's all
really.
you have to know.
Numbers 23, verse
Wait,
22.
sorry. Are unicorns in heaven?
What
that's a whole
that?
other-
Well, okay. Hold
God
on.
brought
Read
them
that
out of
verse.
Egypt. God brought them out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of a unicorn.
There is no way that is real.
I know that
has to be some
someone's messing
backwards translation.
Well, King James
It
is,
is the King
is
James
old
version.
language.
We're on
but,
a website.
Okay, well, let me look it up in a. You have
I don't
Bible
think
app
we
on
have
here?
time for that.
Well, hold on.
No. Let's.
Here, I want to. Here, what were we talking about before? Because I did have a thought for that. What was your latest Presley thought? Oh yeah,
About
no.
the penguins.
About the penguins thing. My thing with that is that, again, I know I brought it up last time, and for people that don't believe in the Bible or whatever, sorry, but do you want a biblical answer or a non-biblical answer for that? Because if you go biblically, then wouldn't everyone or most everyone know about penguins? Because Adam, named the
And
animal.
they would have been on Noah's Ark.
Yeah, but after a couple generations, they might not know.
I deem your Presley thought as invalid.
I agree.
Stamp of disapproval.
Canceled.
Oh no.
Wow.
Wait, canceled. Oh no. Well,
Presley has
guys,
been canceled.
thank you for coming to the Awkward Tapes. It was a fun time.
Gonna find this.
It's been a good ride.
This says on Google, the first European explorers to see penguins probably were part of the Portuguese expedition of Bartholomew Dias de Nobas in 1487 to 88.
Fascinating.
That's like
Wow. Okay.
600 years.
What's a Zach? Pick me out a translation.
All right, I think we just need to move past this.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm stuck on this.
Well,
now.
Apparently, Leighton said that it was only in the King James version. Apparently,
Well,
so
I think they
Was
said
it King
unicorns.
James
in
or
the
New King
English
James?
Standard Version, Numbers 24:8. God brings them out of Egypt and is for him like the horns of the wild ox.
So a
yeah,
buffalo.
That sounds,
Yeah.
that
Wait,
sounds more like
little
what I
different.
read.
Do
Yeah.
buffalo have horns? Buffaloes do have horns.
All right. My last Presley thought before Cooper's gonna kick it off.
All right.
There really is truly no way of looking cool while chasing a ping pong ball.
Unless it's like, I mean,
Oh.
if it,
Wait,
There's no way to look cool while you're chasing that. Little
unless it
thing.
like bounces and you can like, swipe it. I feel pretty fly when I can do that.
But when you're chasing it,
Yeah, no, you look like a fool.
yeah.
I could see that, I guess.
yeah.
I don't think I really look cool doing
alright.
anything. in
We
general.
haven't heard a ton from you. Any more thoughts on that, or just
No.
Not a thing.
Okay,
You don't have
okay,
a thought
well-
in that.
well.
man.
Now it's time for our guest Presley thought, a Cooper thought.
All right.
All right.
Cooper thoughts.
bum bum?
So, in this unmarked bottle, in this unmarked bottle, it's a pretty big bottle, but there's more than one serving in it, and it says per serving there are 0 calories in it, but in the whole bottle there's 10 calories. How does that make sense?
Doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
How many servings does it
okay.
say that there are?
Your point doesn't make sense.
Hang on. Let me reconstruct this thing.
We're putting it back together.
Do Dude, this is like putting together like shredded paper. What do you?
Oh gosh, it is.
I'm
After
sure
you
it's
put
probably
some in
just
a
two.
Oh
servings.
wait, it's right here.
There you go.
A serving size is 12 fluid ounces, and there is about 2.5 servings per container.
All right, so let me see those things right now because
no,
I'm
that-
about to teach you something.
my
I'm going to
goodness.
educate you.
I think we're about to spend
So-
a little too much time on this.
No.
I really
No,
don't
this is really
care that
important.
much. It just kind of blew my mind.
No, that's fair. Listen, there's something called a sugar alcohol content.
Are you okay?
And
Let's get my thing ready.
yeah.
Okay.
Sugar alcohol content generally refers to like I think it's like the
But this is Gator. This is unmarked zero. It has zero sugar.
that is the zero, but it's okay. I'm just
Well, there
I'm
are
just gonna
lots of
stop.
different. Well, there are lots of different sugar substitutes, though.
Yeah.
There are a lot of different sugar
But
substitutes.
Splenda has zero Sorry.
In terms of calories, you are right.
So like what
yeah.
sugar alcohol is that it's like something when your body digests it, it does it so that, like your body's burning calories while it digests it. That's what sugar alcohol does. So like you're working against the calories that you're consuming
But
by
in-
digesting
but
it.
it still doesn't make sense because like if you take like the normal bottle of Gatorade,
Unmarked zero.
unmarked zero, if you take the normal bottle of unmarked zero, it still has 0 calories. So
Yeah.
but like just because this bottle is just a little bit bigger, it has 10 calories. That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, it's truly not 0 calories. They can say that legally for whatever reason, but it's obviously not exactly at 0 calories. Because I mean, when you eat or drink anything, it has some amount of calories.
Water
to it.
doesn't.
Yeah, that's like the only. Yeah.
It's not
Like
food.
name anything other than water
iceberg lettuce.
that has calories, Zach.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh my gosh! If it's a food, if you can eat it or digest it with, I don't know much about water
Ice.
calories. I apologize. That's just frozen water.
But it's food.
True. Wait. So like, have you had just a meal of you get home from work after a long day? You know, you put all your stuff down, you put your keys in the bowl, and you're like, man, what do I have to eat? You go to your ice tray, you just put it down in front of you, get a fork and knife.
I have done that before.
Wait, just one last question, then I'll move on from this.
Okay.
Was that filling?
Moving on.
I'm sure it was refreshing.
That was very refreshing.
Hey guys, it's Shmev. I just want to take a minute to promote our other social medias. You can find us just by looking up The Awkward Tapes on any social media platform you can find. We've grown a lot on TikTok lately, and we're super happy and we're very pleased with that. And we're very glad that we have a following over there, but we're trying to expand on other platforms now that we have a good audience on that platform. So if you're listening to this on YouTube or Spotify and Apple Podcasts, where you can find us for the full podcast, just consider following us on Instagram, on TikTok. We have a Facebook, and we have a website now that you can go to, theawkwardtapes.com, and we are going to start working on merch here soon, and you'll be able to find that on the website. So go check us out on our other socials, and let's get back to the podcast.
Bev, I think
No,
you got
but-
something to
But that
was
was a
a-
good thought.
bring to the
That was
table.
good.
Interesting,
Cooper thought.
hands down. Speaking of hands down, do y'all know? All right, so everybody has these sayings they say. Then y'all like, y'all know where they actually came from? Any of them?
The origin.
The
No.
origin of sayings people say.
Like what?
Let's get into this. So, like a sight for sore eyes. Y'all heard of that one before, right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
totally.
what does that mean
Yeah.
to you guys?
Something that you wish you would have seen a long time ago, but you're glad you finally saw it.
I always thought it was like, oh man, you look like crap. You're a sight for sore eyes.
That
So you guys
is-
have opposite
That is the
definitions.
exact opposite. I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
a sight for sore, like, Leighton, you're a sight for sore eyes, buddy. Yeah, it's good.
Well, I guess it depends if Cooper sang it or if Zach sang it.
I always thought it was bad.
That was pleasing to the eye. Well, Shmev, what is
It's
it?
actually it's meant to be a good thing. Like
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
what I thought.
Like you're seeing something and it's like pleasing to the eye, so it would help someone with sore eyes.
I've heard a lot of people use that to like describe a woman or whatever. So
Like this says, the phrase started in like the 1700s, and the exact quote was, "The sight for you is good for sore eyes," it's meaning looking at it is good for sore eyes.
Well,
So where does it come from?
Found in a it doesn't say, so sorry.
oh, well,
well,
so much for this segment.
I've been using that wrong my entire life.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, it does say. So I guess there was some book or something, I don't know, called Gulliver's Travels
Oh, yeah.
by Jonathan Swift.
Okay.
And it's
I haven't
also
either.
a movie with Jack
really?
Black.
You guys haven't, Zach? You've heard of Gulliver's Travels?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I was thinking of a different movie.
In the
I think. But yes, I've seen
1700s.
Yeah, it's a
It's an old book.
Yeah,
I've
so
heard
was
of
the
it.
Canterbury
Sorry.
Tales and other things. But,
Wow.
I mean,
Well, yeah, it was
still
in that
hear
book,
it.
apparently.
If I've heard it, then like I barely read. So if I've heard of the book, then I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it.
Oh my gosh.
That's fair.
Bite the Bullet.
Oh,
Oh, wasn't that for? Wait, no, Zach, you take it.
Wait, no, wait. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are
No,
you sure?
you take it.
I want to guess. Do you have the answer for this one?
Hold on.
As far as like where it comes
I'm
from.
not gonna look.
All right. While I explain to see if I get this right, I
Yeah.
want to see. So like, I want to say during the Civil War or like the War of 1812 or something, there was a very common practice for when a soldier got injured and they needed to be worked on by a medical examiner, they had to literally bite a bullet to keep from screaming from pain.
Oh.
So that is my guess. I'm almost positive that's where that comes from, but I could be wrong. What?
wait,
Hey,
are you peeing?
Hold on.
what is going on here, Mama?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Okay,
just
so
opened
y'all
the
can't
pack.
see him.
Explain what's going on in that corner.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
we're just sitting here talking, and Leighton's right beside the camera doing audio stuff. Leighton gets up, and I'll describe what he does for the ones just listening after I do this for the people that are watching. This is what he does.
This man gets a whole thing of peanut butter crackers, right? And he doesn't want to get loud when he unwraps it. Goes in the corner and then starts unwrapping it. And we don't know what's going on. All we hear is a wrapper. Shmev, you did that perfectly. Thank you.
No, that was.
Yes, that was great.
And he took his jacket over. Like, why do you need your jacket to open up crackers?
In the jacket.
Just
That
take
was
the
really
crackers out
shady.
just take the crackers out of the jacket.
That was hilarious.
Wow. Sorry. Anyways, that was my guess for biting the bullet. But you let me know. Am I right or am I
What do
right?
you guys think?
Well, I was gonna say something very similar to that, so I'll just go with Zach's story to save time.
Wait, are we like answering it or telling
No,
us?
just trying to guess
just
where
trying
it's
to guess
from.
where you think the origin came from.
Or what do you think
what
it
do you-
means?
Oh, well, I had
what
no
it
idea
means?
where it
Oh.
came from, but I always thought biting the bullet was like, oh, like I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and just do the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
for what it means, I think it's like, oh, you have to take the loss on this one or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Zach, you're actually absolutely right.
Oh, totally.
Sometime between the 18th and 19th century, it originated from outdated medical practices for soldiers. And yeah, back in the day, that to distract the patients, since anesthesia was not a thing yet, doctors would have them bite down on a literal bullet.
Oof.
Yeah.
I wonder how many teeth got broken. Like,
A
dang
lot.
it, I gotta get my leg chopped off, and now my teeth's broken.
All right, this next one, I don't think y'all are gonna be able to get.
Okay. All right.
Interesting. So like, we've all heard of like what I just said a second ago. Hands down.
Hands down.
Like, this is hands down the best thing I've ever had. Or this is hands down just like the worst.
How am I
Whatever.
supposed to know the origin of hands down?
Well, he knew the origin of the last one.
Well, so did I, to be
Hands
fair.
down, the best thing ever. This is. Is it like from a seance or something?
Seance?
They have to have all their hands down.
I have
What?
no idea where it comes from.
Well, that's the thing in seances, right? Like, you have to keep all your hands on the table, and you lift it up, you get possessed.
Here, Presley, what are your thoughts? What is Presley's thoughts on this?
I have no idea.
Well, fair enough.
Okay. All right,
Well,
so tell us, Shmev.
This is interesting, and I did some research on this too to like fully understand it. But like, so dating back to the 19th century, hands down was used to refer to horse jockeys, as they would loosen their grip on the reins when their horse had a strong lead in the race they were in. So if they had a strong lead, they would loosen their grip on the reins and just put their hands down and just ride the horse.
Wow.
Oh,
I've never seen that.
I would
Yeah.
have never made that connection.
Not in a million years.
Your hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Your hands.
That's the
Super.
thing that's
I'm
connected
sorry.
to your arm on your body.
Yeah.
You
It
have.
has
Yeah.
fingers and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. Yeah.
Generally, you have 5 fingers on each.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, they're still
How do you
there?
count?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
and,
that.
And
Preston.
hands
Thank you.
down means
Well.
you put them like towards the ground.
Right. Yeah.
Which is down.
Down's the
Yep.
opposite of up.
You know?
That's right.
Right. Thank you, Presley, for that. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I needed that.
We are so
All
sorry,
right.
listeners.
Yeah.
Crocodile tears.
I mean, I know what it means. I have no clue what the origin is.
mama
Explain what
said
it is.
my mama said
Mama
that
said.
alligators are so ornery because they have all them teeth and no toothbrush.
That's from a movie.
Thank you, Adam Sandler.
Man.
Explain what it means, Evan.
Well, crocodile tears, at least from my understanding, is almost like fake crying in a way. Like, I don't want to see your crocodile tears. Like, you're crying or like you're upset about something, but like you're pretending to be upset about it. It's for show. You're not actually upset, or you're not really showing the real emotion to it. As far as the origin, I have no clue. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Steve Irwin just because rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
That's fair.
That's not correct, but
It's
rest in
legend.
peace.
You should check him out. But
So kind of like when kids like fake cry to get their way or something
Kind
like
of, in a
that.
sense. That may not be the exact definition of crocodile tears, but it's close enough.
My
have a
niece
theory.
is so good at that.
are you
Like
saying?
she is
Oh,
so
really?
good. Yes.
Faking.
Yes.
like you can never tell.
yes.
That's kind of scary.
It's
good luck
very
to you.
scary because like one time I was down hanging out with her. I was babysitting her, and we went out to go get food. And then after that, I had to go to Target to get some deodorant. And she saw like this toy that she wanted, and she was like, "I want it." And she calls me Pancake, and she's like, "Pancake, I want it."
You said
Yeah.
that so nonchalant.
That's awesome.
But she's like, "Pancake, I really, really want it." And I was like, "No, baby, like you can't have it." She was like, "But I used to have one and it broke." And then she like started like having
No
real
way.
tears.
And they were
I
fake?
bought it for yes. And I bought it for her, and she was like, "I never had one." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like that girl is mischievous as all get out.
What if
gotta
you
watch
went and
out for
broke it,
her.
and then you're like, well, it's a true story now.
Zach, what were you saying a second ago?
I have a theory from where that comes from.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all have heard of snake oil, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ironically, another saying. Maybe crocodile tears is something different. Like same thing, or same premise, but just like a different version.
Explain snake oil.
So like snake oil. So if someone says, "Oh, that's just a bunch of snake oil," what they're referring to is back in however long ago. I honestly don't know the time frame. People used to go around selling snake oil, is saying that it would heal you of all these different diseases, when in reality it did nothing and it was worth nothing. You were just buying snake oil, and so people started referring to that as like, "Oh, it's literally nothing. It does nothing, and it means nothing. So worthless."
Kind of like essential oils.
Yes and no. You know, I don't believe it's going to heal you of cancer, but I think that, you know, thieves smell nice on me.
You see, what we were going back to earlier about making the pill to make people think that they're over their phobia. I wonder if someone did that with essential oils.
Yeah,
They're
that's
like,
fair.
You know, what if we market this oil? You see, essential oils is an oil, which is not to be confused with water because it
Really?
doesn't
Yeah.
mix. And you put it on you, or like say you have peppermint oil, you put it under your nose and it opens your nose up.
Oh, it does.
That
No,
is
it
very
definitely
true.
But is
It
that
absolutely
because
but
it
it's,
works or because it's meant
Well,
to?
considering that my nose will start to burn, like, the Dickens, I'd say it works.
Wait, question. Is peppermint oil really like an essential oil? Because like you have peppermint oil extract that you put in cooking. I'm not about to go put eucalyptus oil in.
I think those are different. I see what you're saying, and I understand it, but I'm pretty sure they aren't the exact same thing.
Gotcha.
That is a fun word.
Eucalyptus?
Eucalyptus.
Dude,
Fascinating.
Eucalyptus.
I
You know what
have,
else?
I have shampoo that has eucalyptus in it, and it's so It like no, like it makes your scalp like tingly. Like if y'all ever use like the tea tree shampoo.
Oh yeah.
It's like it has that same effect, and it feels so good.
So
Man, I just realized I miss shampoo. That was such a fun experience.
So
Getting
where-
your hair all mushed up. Yeah.
Evan is so mad right now.
no, I've just been trying to get this out for like 3 minutes.
All right, Crocodile Tears.
Yes, crocodile tears. The phrase means so like it originates from the belief that crocodiles cry, but the tears are not emotionally driven.
Oh.
Oh,
I was way off.
Apparently that's so kind of it's kind of exactly what you were saying, like fake crying. I don't know.
good job, Evan.
Weird.
I knew something.
Fist bump. Boom.
I got a Cooper fist bump.
So
Makes me happy.
if you were caught red-handed, where does that originate from? What does that mean?
I want to take a stab at this.
Go for it.
So, y'all know how like money has like dye packs in it?
Oh, yeah.
So like what if like somebody went to go grab money and the dye like explode? I'm not saying like this is how it originated, but like something along those lines. Like I don't know what somebody could have stolen in the 1800s that would like leave like a mark on their hand or whatever.
Painting.
Yeah, painting or something.
How you grabbing
But like
that
those
painting?
dye packs would like explode in their hand, and that's how they know who stole the money.
Is he close?
That's fair.
You want me to say it now?
yeah.
Well, hold on. I got one. Let's go on this. Me versus you, all right?
All right.
So I believe that, when you say take a stab at it, you stab someone, your hands are red. So it's probably
But
blood.
not necessarily though.
You're saying blood's not necessarily red?
But
Explain yourself.
no, I'm saying blood is actually technically blood in your body is blue. It's just whenever it comes in contact with oxygen that makes it.
Not all of it, just the
But-
blood. in
But
your
there's
veins.
oxygen in our blood, so it's always red.
But okay,
All right.
but like if you stab somebody, like blood's not necessarily gonna get on your hands.
Hello. Ching. Blood.
No, he's got a point if you're good at it.
If you're good at it,
I'm sorry. I don't think most people are like technical stabbers.
Murderers.
Okay. Well,
that-
that's my thought.
Serial
not that you
killers.
know of. Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
All right, Cooper, you are completely, absolutely, 100% incorrect.
Oh man.
Zach?
What it means is this dates back to the 15th century of Scotland.
Hey, that's where my ancestors come from.
Caught red-handed is referred to being found with blood on your hands after they have committed a crime.
Oh,
That
Zach got
hurt
it.
my ears.
Sorry. Sorry, listeners.
Hi, Bloody Five.
Hi, bloody.
Since when are we in the UK?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it wasn't meant to
Bloody.
be bloody in
Sorry,
that way,
listeners.
but whatever.
I'm sure that was very loud. That was my bad.
Headphone users warning.
Well, we're all headphone users right now, except for Evan.
In my defense, I would be, but
I screwed everything up.
no, you didn't. We're happy to have you.
Aw.
Well, really, Jamie, can you go and grab us another headphone splitter? We'd really appreciate that.
This bit is overdone.
I like it though.
So when you say bury the hatchet,
Oh, I know the exact origin of this. I
Oh.
know it. I know it. I know it.
you got so excited,
So
That again, Schmidt.
like a little flying girl.
All right,
I
sorry.
like a
Go ahead.
sorority girl whenever they're crying. All right, sorry, tangent. But so like Indians, whenever they would go to war, like obviously they would go to war and everything, but in order to like
That was a comment. So when they went to war, so when they go to war, they go to war. It's- that was fun.
okay.
Jamie died.
All right. So they would go to war, right? And it would be bloody, it would be terrible, no peace whatsoever. But in order to like establish peace, they would literally bury a hatchet. And then that signifies that the war is over and there's peace among the tribes.
That's 100% right. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you.
So when two tribes decided to settle their differences and live in harmony, the chief of each tribe buried a hatchet in the ground to signify their agreement. which is a little strange.
I like
but
that.
It's pretty
okay.
cool. Well, they had some very interesting things that they did. Like, I remember learning about, like, the peace pipe in grade school. That was weird. I thought, like, man, they're going to get germs.
I actually learned something from a video game because that's where I learned that from. Thank you,
Seriously?
Assassin's Creed 3.
Nice.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're all we're the awkward tapes. We're all awkward in our own way.
Yes.
You know, in our own way.
Uh-huh.
We all have, you know, awkward moments that we've had or embarrassing stories. And a lot of times, you know, if something happens like that, you make yourself cringe, so you just hide it deep down.
Yeah.
But I want you guys to bring that back up
Haha.
and think about your most awkward or embarrassing stories you have.
Well,
Okay,
all right.
I
cool.
want to get this started.
Okay,
Kick it
go ahead.
off.
Can I tell like the story, or
Yeah.
should I wait for the story to end it?
Oh. I think I know which story
Just
you're talking
don't
about.
make the story like, I don't know. Okay.
All right, all right,
You,
all right,
you can
all
do
right.
it now.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, do it now.
So, this isn't an awkward story. I like telling this story because it's freaking hilarious. But
This
so
is going to be awkward.
my dad used to have an old Jeep, right? And so during the summer, we would take the top off on the Jeep. And there was one day we had it parked underneath like a big shade tree. And so I was taking a nap, and I didn't have a shirt on. And
Okay, as
So-
one does.
yeah, so my brother decided that he would be a jerk, and he got a pair of pliers, right?
No, I've heard about this. Oh,
And
no.
so he took a pair of pliers and he clamped it onto my nipple. And he pulled it, twisted, and pulled it again. He ripped my nipple off. But wait, there's more.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It grew back, and it's longer than the other nipple.
No, no. No, no, no.
Not like that.
No.
Is it still a nipple or is it a nub?
No, it's a nipple.
I mean, what?
So, like, you know how, like, whenever you're looking at your nipples, right? And,
Okay.
and, like, you know how it's like it didn't rip off the areola or anything. Like, it was just, like, the actual nipple that got ripped off. But, so, like, you know how, like, the top of it is, like, smooth, right? Well, this one has levels to it. Like, there's, like, 3 different levels to that nipple.
Like a 3-tier cake.
Like a what?
No, it's not like that. No. It's not like a 3-tiered cake. It's honestly, it looks kind of like a staircase, like a spiral staircase. Like the bottom of it is the shortest part, and then to the like middle left is like a little bit longer, and then the top of it is the longest part.
Your brother's an artist.
I like it.
All right. Well,
So,
I'm thoroughly uncomfortable.
all
Preston,
right.
you've heard that story before.
I didn't hear that last part.
What? That it grew back?
Well, how it grew back.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I have a 3-leveled nipple.
Nice.
Well, that's awkward.
I,
Task accomplished.
who wants to go next?
Not me.
Not me. I'm not going.
I'm not going.
I can give you one that's recent. It's nothing like that though.
Oh, man.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
go for it.
So my internship I have right now, so I go to like these different games, and whatever my boss needs from me, I do. And so this specific night, the other night, I had to interview this freshman basketball player who won the district. He was the district MVP as a freshman. He averaged like 28 points a game.
Jeez.
He's gonna be good. I got to interview him, and I interviewed him. I asked him my questions, and before I left, I was just gonna dap him up, like that.
Yeah, like a man shake.
Yeah. Well, he went in for like a bro hug,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like this, like that.
Oh,
And I just sat back like this, sat back doing just like a dap up. And so when he went in, I went in, but then he stepped back And when he stepped back, I went back in. And then when I did that, he went in, but then I stepped back. And it was just this awkward thing. We were like going like that. And he was like, oh, forget it. Just appreciate it, man. Have a good one. I was like, that was so awkward. But yeah,
Like,
you too.
One of those like, are we about to kiss right now?
I didn't want to kiss him. But
Well, that's fair, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, this guy, I think he's going to be a really good player one day. But that's I'll have that story just in case he gets big.
An awkward dab up with
Yeah.
blank.
Who was the first one to say, all right, we're done doing this? Have a good one.
It was him.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
How
very
lo-
awkward.
How long was the encounter? Because I know even like 5 seconds feels like an eternity in there, but was it like 5 seconds, 10 seconds?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you because it did. It felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for it to be over. I should have just fist bumped him. That would have made it so much easier.
I think that should just be the universal hello goodbye.
Right.
As I'm done with handshakes, dapping up, all these different things, just fist bump.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
No,
all I
that's
need.
easy. I'll just do the straight handshake.
Well, plus, if you mess up a fist bump, like,
How do you mess up a fist bump? You just miss?
oh wait, I know exactly, because you do that. That's a Presley thing right there. That's a Presley
Let's show
thing.
the people. All right, give me a fist bump. Turkey.
Turkey.
All right, do it again. Thanksgiving.
All right,
He's mortified.
I have another awkward story.
Oh.
my. Okay.
Love
It's
to hear
not
it.
like it's kind of like what happened to Evan, but anyways,
Schmeth.
so
Yeah.
I work for the college that I go to. I work for their football team, right?
Yeah.
And so I was in one room doing stuff, and we had like a bunch of high school coaches come in, just like, just I don't know what they're doing. I hate it whenever they come in here, whenever they go there, because like it just messes up everything. But anyways, so I got kicked out. Like we all got kicked out of our rooms because the high school coaches needed them. So I thought that there was one room that was open because like we always like close the door if there's somebody in there, like if we're doing stuff. And so they had the door open. So I was like, oh, sweet, the room's open. I walk in, there's 30 high school football coaches just sitting there,
Whoa.
not talking, just sitting there. And I walk in, I was like, oh. And I walk out.
That was a press conference, wasn't
And then, no, it wasn't a press conference.
it? What was it?
They were just watching film. But like, I guess it was like one of those awkward things where they were trying to find like a play or something to pull up.
And you just walk in.
And I just walked in, and I was just like, oh, okay. And I walked out, and they all started laughing. I was like, oh.
Wow.
I was like, wow.
They're
That,
like, hey, Cooper's about to walk in. Let's do this like really awkward thing with him real quick.
so, yeah.
Can I tell mine?
Yes.
I feel like mine's really rough. Okay, so everyone knows like Tourette's, like that disease that some people have.
Yeah.
And and you have like certain tics. You know what I mean?
How bad is this?
No,
story?
it's not. It's not bad. Okay, so like this is what happened. Leighton, you remember the old church building we used to go to at band?
Which one?
Yeah, so like we had that's a good point. It was at one of the church buildings. I think it was one of the students that went there, like their brother or something. I was like 15, 16 at the time. And this kid walks in and I'm setting up a drum set. And he's like, wow, cool drum set. And I'm like, oh, thank you. That's super nice of you. He's like, yeah, man. You're doing great. Wait, no, that sucks. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh, sorry, it's nothing. And I was like, okay. And so I continue doing my thing. And he's like, wow, that's great. Wait, no, that sucks. And I'm like, oh, okay. I keep looking. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand the situation at all. So I'm sitting there for another couple minutes, and he walks away, and I'm finally getting my drum set up, putting cymbals on, and he does it again. I'm like, wow. He says, wow, that's great. Wait, no, that sucks. And I'm like, dude, what is your problem? And he's like, dude, I have Tourette's. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And he's like, nah, I'm just joking. And I'm like, what? What? No. Wait, listen. Okay. And he's like, nah, I'm just joking. And then he goes, and I'm like, what? I don't know what to. And I was like, you're such an idiot. Like, why would you make fun of diseases like that? He's like, no, you don't understand. That's one of my tics. And so like he'll go around. Yeah. So he was like, wow, that's great. No, that sucks. Oh, sorry, dude. I have Tourette's. I'm just joking. That's his entire tics.
Yeah.
I felt so awkward and so bad. Like, what do you do with that? And I still couldn't tell to this day if he was just playing a really bad joke or if he like seriously had Tourette's and I just misread the situation.
So sticking on the Tourette's train.
Okay, this
Alright.
scares me.
So
Oh no.
one of my roommates that I live with right now, I lived with him my freshman year. He has Tourette's as well. Okay. But his isn't like he'll just say like words. Like
Yeah.
he makes noises. Like he'll
Okay.
go like
Yeah.
things like that.
Weird things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so there was one night I was trying to go to bed. Okay. And he was still doing homework.
Okay.
And so and this was freshman year, so we like lived in the same room.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there trying to go to sleep. It was like 2 a.m. Like I was tired. And he was making all these noises and I couldn't go to sleep. And so I was like, can you be quiet? I was like, and then like as soon as I said that, I was like, he has Tourette's.
Oh,
You
man.
forgot?
I forgot he had Tourette's.
What did he
That's
say?
rough.
He was, he just started laughing, which I mean, Evan knows this.
Yeah.
Well, Shmev knows this guy. Like he's a cool guy. Like he makes fun of his Tourette's all the time. Not
That's
Shmev.
what makes
No,
him cool.
Shmev doesn't make fun of his Tourette's. My friend that has Tourette's
Oh my
makes fun of his Tourette's.
Canceled.
You
Canceled.
saw your life flash before your eyes.
Well, it's funny because after you said that, I nodded my head and didn't click.
and so he was like, oh yeah, let me just like not have Tourette's anymore. And I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
So what you're saying is that how he copes is that he makes fun of himself, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yes.
Wow.
He makes fun of his Tourette's all the time.
Yeah, Evan does. Shmev does not.
Yes.
I don't. Cooper, I have a story that you probably haven't thought about in a while.
Oh no.
So, I want to say it was like 2015. Me and Cooper and our friend Jack and my dad and Cooper's dad.
I know this story.
We went to the orange and white game for Tennessee, and which is basically like their spring practice game.
Okay.
And so on our way up there, we stopped by Chick-fil-A.
No, it was McDonald's.
No,
Chick-fil-A was
oh, that
on-
was a different story. I'll tell that one. I'll tell that
Which
one.
story are you telling?
You're here. We went by Chick-fil-A.
Oh, my.
It may have been it was on the way back. That's what it was. It was on the way back.
Chick-fil-A was on the way back. McDonald's was on the way up.
So, yeah, but we got to Chick-fil-A. We were eating inside, and there was this one guy. I think he was new.
Oh, hang on. Time out.
Yeah.
I have a story from this same trip. I'll tell.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Yeah, so this guy was very new, and he was just very like, can I help you with anything? Is there anything I can do?
He was trying to become friends with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so we sat down at our table, and he comes up. He's like, "There's anything you need?" And I think Cooper's like, "Actually, some napkins would be good." And he's like, "Oh, okay." He goes to the napkins. but
He's like,
then-
how many?
Yeah, he comes back, and he's like, "How many napkins?" And Cooper's like, 3. And he's like, okay. So he goes over, and you can see him. He's like, 1, 2, 3. He comes back. He's like, here's your 3 napkins. And just places them down, and we lost it when after we walked away.
And then while we were leaving, he saw we were leaving, and he waved at us and said goodbye.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. All right. So
Fella
from
sounds
this,
like a nice guy, though.
oh, he
bad
was
for this
super nice guy. I felt bad.
It was,
but
it was too nice. Like,
too
it makes you
nice.
uncomfortable too
Sure.
nice. Yeah.
All right, so I have a story.
guy.
It's from the same trip. We it was on the way up, and so we stopped at McDonald's for breakfast, right? And it was super busy because like a lot of people go to the orange and white game, and so like there were a lot of people heading up there, and so this McDonald's was super duper busy, and we all ordered our food, and our friend Jack had ordered food as well. And so he goes up there, he orders his food. As soon as he gets done ordering, like literally as soon as he gets done, voice crack. As soon as he gets done ordering, he walks over to the pickup counter and just picks up the first bag of food that he sees. And we get into the car and he's like, this isn't what I ordered, but back up. So my dad and Shmev's dad were talking to this elderly man. And the McDonald's worker came up to him and was like, sir, you've been waiting for a while. Like, have you not gotten your food? And the man was like, no, that young whippersnapper just took my food and walked out.
That's awesome.
And then Jack, we were driving, we got back on the road and Jack started eating his breakfast and he was like, this isn't what I ordered. And we were like, well, Jack, you didn't wait for your order.
He ate every bit of it, though.
Yeah, he did.
Wow. Stole an old man's food and ate it.
There's a lot of awkward stories from whenever me, you, and Jack would go to football games.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
No, never mind.
You gotta tell it now.
Okay,
You gotta
no,
say excited.
this isn't an awkward story. It's just funny. So our friend Jack,
Yeah.
he's like 5'6" now, but like whenever I first met him, there was no way that dude was above 4'8". Like he's a small kid, like very, very small. But anyway, so we were going to a Titans game, and Jack is like super energetic, like will not shut up. And so
I don't blame him.
And so he decided, he was like, no, I want to ride shotgun. So he put me and Evan, the two biggest guys, in the back, Shmev, in the back seat of my dad's car.
Okay.
And Jack had like the seat all the way pushed back. He did not say a word from the time he got into the car till the time we got to the stadium.
Keep in mind, from where we are, it's almost an hour to Nashville. It was a little more because of traffic, because of the Titans game.
Yeah.
So it was a while. He didn't say a word in the car.
And that's not like Jack. We were like, Jack, why are you being so quiet? He was like, I can't see over the dashboard.
He got sad because he couldn't see over the dashboard, so he didn't say a word.
Jack.
Cooper's
I feel bad for
that's
this
the
guy.
hardest I've ever seen Cooper's dad laugh.
I thought we were going to wreck because my dad could not stop laughing. And we were in the middle of traffic.
That's awesome.
Presley, I guarantee you have an awkward story.
I've been trying to think of some this entire time.
Oh, you've got some.
I know, but I buried them.
Here, let me think about one, and I'll tell just a quick one that happened to me the other day. Well,
Wait,
couple months
we were
ago.
talking about this yesterday, and I was like, oh, that'd be a good story to tell. Do you remember what my story was?
Dude, no, I don't.
Do you remember my story for
No,
me?
I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
Well,
actually.
that's all for today. I'm just kidding.
No.
Evan, do you have one?
I don't necessarily have.
I'm sorry. No, I was just curious. You can tell yours. I was just
You
curious.
tell yours.
I thought you just forgot I said something.
hurt his feelings.
Dang
Crocodile Tears.
Crocodile.
Start crying. Anyway, it's just a quick one. So I went to the store that I used to work at a few weeks ago, and when I was walking out, someone we know walked in, and I haven't seen him in a while, and he waved. He was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And he said, "Good, how are you?" And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" again.
Oh,
And
that's the worst.
It was just a quick little story. I got in the car and just cringed my butt off because I was just that's terrible. I haven't seen this guy in so long. That was awkward.
How long?
I just got nervous. I don't know, a while.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, that was just my quick one. 'cause
someone
that
says,
made
"Hey."
that made me feel really cringe.
Honestly, I could see how you put him in a simulation.
Simulation.
In a simulation.
Whoa. Simulation. Wow, the Matrix just glitched there. I can see how you maybe put him in a similar situation to me and the Tourette's kid.
Yeah,
Okay. I have a lot of.
Wait, hold on.
these two haven't talked yet. Do y'all have any?
Well, the only one I can think of off the top of my head right now is that it's not even anything that I did. Is that just when I was working, I had a coworker who had some very interesting ideas and perspectives with life. Some may call him a crazy conspiracy theorist.
Yes.
I called him Tim.
Shout out to him.
No, shout out Tim. No. I doubt Tim will ever find this, but no, even if you do, we're cool now or whatever. But no, but just I remember there would be some talks to where the place I work in the shipping department. I work on a loading dock, so I would help load trucks with different things, and he was the truck driver.
Yeah.
And that meant that when I was loading his truck, it would just be me and him. So there would be some small talk to try to get through the conversation or try to get through the work, and we'd have conversation. And some of the stuff he would say would just be very interesting. And the first one that comes to mind, the one that always stuck with me, is one of my favorite conspiracy theories that he said was how the government is using GPS to track us, which, you have that, but the government doesn't want us to get too close together because if two people get too close together on GPS, we show up as one person. So the government tries to spread us out enough to where we show up still as an individual on GPS opposed to showing up as one person.
What?
First of all, I don't That's not how GPS works, as far as I know. And second of all, whenever I've heard the theories about like the government trying to control us, I thought it was you would want them to be like compact and in the same area. Yeah. I've never heard the theory before of like, oh, the government's trying to control us. They want to spread us out.
Or divide us.
So that was just always some of my favorite things, to where just I would be,
crap?
I would just be like giving him products, loading his truck, and he would just be saying these things, and I'm just like, yeah. Uh-huh. So just that always kind of reminds me of that, just because he would always say something to where you just felt kind of awkward, and you were just like, all right, Tim. But
okay,
no, it was just.
I have one to go off that, and this is funny. Not to say that yours wasn't funny, obviously, but
I feel offended.
I used to work at an audio store. I think it was like, I don't know how far away it was from me, but anyways, there were I don't know why I thought that was relevant right now, but oh well. There were people, they used to come in and they would want us to like mess with their car electronics, which is very common. So like we would do like door actuators and like all these random electronics in vehicles. But there was this one time, this guy came in and he was interesting. He wanted us to turn off the OnStar in his vehicle. And if you're familiar with OnStar, it's a service that some vehicles provide to where if you press a button when you get into a crash, an OnStar employee will come over your vehicle and be like, hey, are you okay? Do you want us to send someone, etc. Well, this guy wanted it disabled. And we're like, no, you don't have to do that. You just don't have to pay for the subscription. So that way you're not paying for anything you're not using. And he was like, no, that's not what I'm worried about. You see, someone in China has been tracking me for about 6 months now and hacking all of my social media. And I think that they're tracking my car now. So I need the OnStar disabled. And I'm like, sir, your OnStar does not work like that. And they're like, no, you don't understand. They can tap into it. I know I sound crazy. I know I sound crazy. I know I sound crazy, but it needs to be disabled. And I'm like, okay, we're 6 months out. Please book in this date. I need it now. Here you go. Like there was no. This guy, mind you, he was bald. He was my inspiration, let me tell you.
Nice. Role model.
This guy seemed like he was hopped up on something and was perfectly normal until he started talking about this. Would have never guessed it.
Interesting.
See, I would have said, sir, this is an audio store.
Well, no, it's fair because we do work on other car electronics.
Oh, gotcha.
So like it was valid, but it was just weird.
Since it wasn't activated anyway, you could have just went to his car for a couple minutes, said you
And
disabled it, or just said you did and moved on.
Like, sir, this is a very
Possibly.
serious situation. I need you to pull your car around back, give us the keys in a few
give us the
hours.
keys.
Also, your rate will be doubled since this is such an important matter.
You should have acted like, oh my gosh, like my time has come, and like and just be like, sir, you are the one that we've been looking for.
Oh, you're like,
that's
no,
funny.
you
Lost.
you have a Chinese guy comes out back and just like, I've been tracking you.
Yeah. No, it was funny
my
too
gosh,
because, like,
so
if as you can imagine, I had to keep my professionalism because I still worked there at the time.
Yeah.
So I was just sitting there like, oh wow, yeah, man, that's crazy. And then in my head, I'm thinking, he's crazy. You
Yeah.
know?
So I haven't thought about this in a while, but this segment
Yeah.
has made me just kind of remember this.
Uh-oh.
Because this is one of those
we go.
things that I cringed so bad, I just stuck it deep down. And it was nothing that I did, but I was around it. So in high school, I was at a friend's place, and you know, it was their parents weren't home, so we were just kind of chilling out in their living room. And one of my friends was gonna leave, and so the way the living room was, like the couch was like facing the TV,
Yeah.
and then like the front door was like behind the couch.
Okay.
And so one of my friends was gonna leave, and he wanted to like mess with one of my other friends and like scare him. And so he acted like he left, and so he like opened the door and he shut it, and so I could see that he didn't leave because I was on some like I could see I looked on my right side and he hadn't left. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna let him scare him. I'm not gonna say anything. Well, this friend that he was gonna scare started just talking crap about this guy. Like right when he left. Like I mean like laying into him. And we're like, where's this coming from? Like we didn't know you felt this way about him right now, whatever. I mean like laying into him, like saying some stuff that would hurt your feelings. And this guy's just sitting there and he just kind of stopped and he just got like this just look on his face like, oh my gosh, like you know how you like how would
Yeah.
you react?
Yeah.
And so everybody else sitting there, we're all just kind of like looking at the ground and like looking up, and just like like nodding our heads. And eventually, one of my other friends was like, "Hey, turn around." And he turned around, and there he was. And the guy just left. He didn't say a word. He just left the house.
Wow.
They ended up making up, and they were fine.
Really?
But yeah,
That's rough.
that I had chills when that was going down because I didn't know what was gonna happen.
That's and you gotta think too. Like if someone, unless they were just it was, wow, the stutter. Unless it was just like a one-off and he was really upset at that person in particular. You gotta think like, what do they say around when you're not around? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
other people. I don't know.
That's
I'm glad they made up though.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
on a completely lighter note, I
Okay.
have one more awkward story I want to tell.
Do it.
Oh, wait, before we do that, I have one.
Ooh,
but
wrestling.
but I do not
Oh,
want to
yes.
end on this story.
Okay.
So
right.
save that one for last.
All right.
So I think, Shmev, you told a story about this, something similar last episode.
Zach was moving the cord.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm sorry. It's
You
been
you messed
bugging
up
me
the duck.
for an
Yeah,
hour.
hopefully I sound better now.
Okay, that's awesome. Hold on. I gotta try that.
right.
Now we're putting ducks on
topic,
mics
guys.
We're putting ducks on our mics. Sorry.
and on Cooper's ginger head. Anyway,
Yes.
Shmev had a similar story, I believe, this past episode. But you know when you're a kid and, like, you're past the stage in your life where you're potty trained, but you're not old enough to where this is completely unacceptable.
I don't want
But as a child, I was at a church function.
Oh no.
I can just already see where this is going.
It's already got so much.
And
worse.
it was like a little fellowship meal, you know, after the service, and we go over to where we eat,
You're a little quiet, by the way.
and I go to the bathroom, and I don't make it.
Oh, press.
And
Was this like-
it's very no? I was really young.
I was
It's not-
going to
it's
say,
not
'cause
like
it sounds like stories you have recently.
no. This was this was not like last week. This was like
Oh man.
2 weeks
when I
ago.
was 5.
You were
I don't-
5.
I don't know. I honestly don't remember the age. I was old enough to, I guess, remember it, but not old enough to, where this
Okay.
was last
Oh,
week.
Yeah,
wait,
you
Anyway,
were saying.
Some clicked with Shmev.
Oh, yeah, it did. I haven't thought about this in years.
oh gosh.
no.
Well, let me finish this because this isn't even the worst part. Because I made it to the urinal, started undoing, and I just went. I just couldn't hold it anymore, and it's just getting all over my khakis.
Wait, did you pee yourself?
Yes!
Did you poop yourself?
All over
my
Oh, see, I thought pee's not as bad. I thought you were gonna say poop.
No. Peed all over myself, and as I'm going out, thankfully, my dad also had to use the bathroom. He made it, but I didn't have. I didn't have to go out into the crowd, find my parents, and then ask to leave. He was already there. I was like, I don't even remember what I said, but so we're gonna sneak out the back, right? Okay.
my gosh.
Mom's gonna get the car. I'm gonna go out the back door. No one will see. This elderly lady comes up and just has a full-on conversation with me and my dad. And my khakis are just soaking wet.
Okay,
Oh
but
my gosh.
I'm about to say something very mean.
Uh-oh.
She's an
because-
elderly lady. She's probably peed on herself as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't that old.
Oh,
She was. Yeah, she wasn't that old.
okay.
So, I'll try to.
Just start telling.
You had one
That's
after
terrifying.
this?
Yeah.
I'll try to make this quick. But your story provoked a memory in me that was deep down
Oh
inside of me.
gosh. Here we go.
So, when I was younger, y'all know, like, I played travel baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much of it. And there was a tournament we had where I think we ended up winning the championship of that tournament. But in one of the games, we had a doubleheader. Mm-hmm. And so, you play a game, and then we won, and so we had to play a game right after that. Mm-hmm. Might have been the championship, actually. But between games, I was warming up, and, like, right before the game started, it hit me. Like, I had to go to the bathroom so bad. Number 2.
Oh.
And so I was like, you know what? Because you know how sometimes the feeling just kind of goes away?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to hope that happens. It was right before. Like, we were done warming up, and the first pitch was about to go. And I was in the dugout because I was DH that game. So I wasn't in the field.
Oh.
Luckily. And so I was in the dugout, and I was just kind of, rocking back and forth.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, I cannot wait. And so I start like
Where did you bat in the lineup?
third.
Oh.
Yeah. But luckily my team was in the field. So I was
okay.
DH. So
Yeah,
I had a little time. But I didn't know how long it was going to take in the bathroom, So I didn't want to go, and then like I'm in the bathroom and they're like, where is he? Like, if I'm not there, they take it out. And so I'm in the dugout, just kind of like, doing that potty dance, trying not to, go.
Oh my gosh.
And at one point, I was like, I can't. Like, I'm about to go
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And so I start like lightly jogging to the concession stand where the bathroom is. And I open the door, and I didn't make it.
No.
Came out
What color were the pants?
gray.
Well, that's better
It's
than
better
white.
than white.
And so I get in the bathroom, try to do whatever I can. And eventually I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to have a dookie stain on my pants when I'm back. And so I try to, like, where I was, my mom, the stands were, like, right outside the concession stand. And so I just try to be swift. I pull my pants up or whatever. And I go out, and I'm like, Mom, I need your help. And so I go into the women's bathroom with her.
Oh my god.
I'm
How
like-
old were you?
Like 11 or 12.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
And she's like, all right, we're going to get in the stall. And I'm going to try to just clean it off. So she's in there, and I'm just standing there almost at tears. And she's just scrubbing away. And eventually she went out, and there was like dirt beside the concession stand. And she got like a handful of dirt, and she put it on my pants. So,
Honestly,
like,
that's smart.
yeah, she took toilet paper and like dapped it around the spot, and yeah, it looked like it was just like a dirt stain. It was
Yes.
amazing. Made
Schmev,
me
you
feel
buy
good.
your mama a house. This
Yeah, and so I went out,
Shout out Missy.
and it was perfect timing. So my team just got back in the dugout. It was our turn to bat. I get up there and I hit a double with a dookie, with a dookie stain.
Did you hit a double because you had to go number 2?
Hit a double with a dookie stain. They're gonna make a documentary about that one day. They're gonna call it Double with a Dookie Stain.
Imagine you just didn't tell your mom, and your mom's just watching your clothes like, man, this dirt stain won't come out.
Shout out to mothers though.
ESPN,
like real
ESPN
mothers.
30 for
Shout
30.
out to moms.
Talk
The
about
double
real
with the
love.
Oh, Cooper,
All right.
you want to take us out?
Yes. So
right.
this story, I haven't told you this story, Shmev,
Okay.
but it involves people that Shmev knows. So, anyways, I have a crazy ex-girlfriend, like extremely crazy, like belongs in a mental asylum. I don't know what that says about me, but for dating her, but she belongs in a mental asylum, and I guarantee you, Evan would agree. Shmev would agree.
I do.
Just
Well, I'll agree too.
aggressive
Yeah.
God.
So she's from around the area where I go to school at. And so anyways, me and one of my friends were like, because we were both talking to girls at the same time, and we were like, hey, why don't we go on a double date? Okay. This is a love triangle story.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
The girl my friend took on a date, I had talked to her before, like in like a dating way. And so
Awkward.
I had my date. I knew my friend's date because we had, we had been on a date before. And my ex walked in
Oh, no.
with her current boyfriend. They sat on the table, like
On the table?
well, like they sat at the table 2 tables away from us, and my ex sat to where I had perfect vision of her.
Uh-oh.
that is the most awkward thing that has
Oh,
ever
that sounds
happened.
terrible.
Like, so, like, I had the girl that, you know, I liked, and then I had the girl that I used to like, that I had been on a date with, and I ended things with, and then I had my ex-girlfriend all right there.
That is horrible.
That's like
Man,
things
that's
and nightmares
awful.
right there.
That's horrible.
I'm good.
Moral of the story is we're all awkward people in our own different ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we're here to tape that.
Yeah, and we're here to
terrible.
tape that. The awkward tapes.
Yeah.
Zach has a
Terrible at
duck
going
on
to
his
the
head.
bathroom.
I do. Good thing it's a duck.
And now
Yeah.
we have to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I
Pray we
don't.
make it.
So yeah, pray we make it there.
I don't have to go to the bathroom.
Really? Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, thanks to Cooper for being here today. He's been
Yes.
asking a lot to be on it.
Because
and
I
so-
love y'all.
So I figured just so he wouldn't bother us anymore, we'd have to give him
oh
on.
my god.
And
No, I'm just kidding.
Awkward.
Yeah, awkward. But yes. So we appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for following our social medias. We're up to 120K on TikTok now, which is pretty cool and good. But we're trying to grow our other platforms. So please go follow us on Instagram. We have a
Yeah.
website now. Go to
Yes.
theawkwardtapes.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter, which is a little, I don't know how much
Yeah.
we're going to use. 'Cause Twitter's kind of dying off a little bit.
it really is.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere you can find us. Sub to the YouTube. Just
And,
support us. Support us because we support you.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
do.
And we do.
I want all of y'all to be super duper successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a parting gift from the Awkward Tapes to you, here's one of our ducks.
Okay. Hey.
Really? Yeah.
Give Cooper a duck.
There you go.
We're just going
wanted
to
a
take it
duck.
back after we end this. So we have,
No, it's mine.
thanks to Leighton for being our audio guy today.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
And
Leighton.
Thank you, Leighton. Thank
We'll
you.
be
Leighton.
back next week. But until next time, what do I say again?
Stay awkward.
Hold on.
no.
Cooper messed me up during the intro.
So,
I got it.
oh, good.
This is so perfect.
Thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.